Okay, well, we're here with Geraldine Ziegler, who works here at Anishinaabe Spiritual Center, and she is someone who I know has a special devotion and relationship with Kateri, and I invited her to share with us, if she would, a little story or reflection about Kateri.
hmm It's about a dream. Most of the time, it's a dream and visions. This one is a dream. I was diagnosed with cancer on my kidney. And I asked the guy to fix the picture of Kateri. I always admire her. And so he put it up by my bed. It's a nice picture of her. And I always talk to her. So when I found out, I didn't really have no inkling that I was sick. It's just one day I had a severe pain on my back and I went to the doctor. And before I left, I said to Kateri, I said, I want you to be with me. I don't know what's wrong with me. And I left. It was about 6 o'clock in the evening. I stayed at the hospital for 2 hours before they found out they got x-rays and stuff. And they said, we'll have to send you to a specialist in Sudbury tomorrow morning. It has to be done. She didn't tell me why or what they seen. And the next morning, I ended up in Sudbury, the hospital. And they x-rayed me, they checked me out, and they said, definitely, you have cancer in your kidney. It's not moving, it's not doing anything, it's just sitting there, but they know it's cancer. And I never even, the doctor looks at me like I should be crying or I should be emotional or never. I felt like somebody, you know how the feather goes across your face? I felt that. And I never thought nothing about it. So, and she says, what is wrong? You're not emotional about this? Didn't you hear me right? You have a cancer in your kidney. So, what are you going to do about it? Well, we'll have to take it out. I said, well, just let me know when. And I went to get up to leave me. And he's just shaking his head. So he said, I'll call you when we're ready. It will be soon. So I went out and my daughter was there and she said, what did they say? So she gets upset. So I'm consoling her. I says, don't get upset. I have a guardian angel with me that's looking after me. And she looks at me kind of strangely and she said, what do you mean? I said, you know, that native woman, Kateri is her name. I said, I pray to her day and night. And when something goes wrong, I don't feel emotional. I don't feel, whatever it is, it's going to come out okay. I have that feeling that with all the technology in hospitals now and stuff, I don't worry about it. If they'll fix it, they can fix it. If not, well, I guess it's time for me to go home. So I went home and I told my husband's all upset. And I said, you know, you should pray like I do to Kateri. I said, she'll give you strength. And he said, you're not upset. You know what's wrong with you? I said, yeah, I know what's wrong with me. But they're going to fix it, and I'm not worrying about it. What happens will happen. I leave it in her hands. If she talks to God for me, that's even better. So 3 days went by. I got a call. I have to go to the hospital right away. They're going to give me an operation. 7 o'clock in the morning, Sudbury. So I went, got in there, and he says, are you ready? But I'll tell you one thing, he said. When you're on that table, if emergency comes in, I'm going to drop you. you go home. I said, well, we'll see. I said, I don't think I'm going anywhere. And he just kind of looked at me. So I got he said, we'll just get you ready. And next thing I know, I was upstairs. All this happened, I didn't. And he said to me, he says, are you all right? I said, well, I guess I come out of surgery already. He said, yes, you did. He said, you know what? I was so worried. How am I going to get that kidney out? Because he thought I was a little too heavy to have an operation. And he said, that thing came out. I will say flying colors, he said. But that's not how I want to put it. And that night, I had a dream. And it was about Kateri. She came over.
The night before?
Yeah, she came over. And she said, I want you to come with me. I was sitting in a clearing like this, on a stone. And there was a hill. So she came and got me. We went, and she says, I want to take you down here, she said, to the next level of it's something like this, like 2 levels. So we went through the bush, and near a lake like this, there was a big stone fireplace. And all these, what do you call them? The native men were dancing. And she said, you know why they're dancing? That's the healing dance for you. And you are going to get better. You're going to be happy, and nothing's going to happen to you. She said, this is what I've been praying for. You've been asking me to help you, and I help you. She said, but don't forget about me. And she says, I've got lots of things that I'm going to tell you, but not today. So she said, we walked around by the dance, and then we come back up. She took me back up to where I was sitting before, by the stone. And I sat down, and she come beside me. And that's that feather I feel again. And I meant to go tell her something. When I turned around, she was gone. And ever since that, I've been, every now and then, I will have a dream. I thought, oh my gosh. I didn't want to say anything to anybody. I don't really talk about this, because it's kind of a one thing to myself, Is it true what's happening to me? I shouldn't question it, but I do. Because I never think that way. Sometimes they say when you dream, your thoughts, you take them to bed with you. But when I pray to her, like sometimes I have problems with the children or something like that, I will pray to her. And the next day, I'll get a phone call. Things have been better. I don't know what happened to me, they'll say. So I just kind of smile about it, because I know she's very strong. She's even going to be stronger after her, that she goes to Rome.
Her canonization?
Yeah. She said she will be stronger. You will be okay. You will be able to talk to me more, she said to me. And them dreams feel so real. When I wake up, I get so emotional. Like she might have been, like she was there, she was talking to me and all this. And I'm thinking, well, what is it? I feel like that guy on television. Do you ever see him that prays? And he says, I pray every day. I do go to confession. I go to communion. I go to church. I say my prayers every night. Is anybody listening to me? That's why sometimes I feel like it. But she said, one night she said, you don't have to wonder. Just look around you. The friends you have, the people that are close to you, and the people that will be looking at you for help. But you are using me, like, to tell people about That's where those pictures come in handy that you made. I give them to my relatives or my daughters, and I don't have no more aunts. But anybody that I think is having problems, I'll tell them about her, because the reason I found her, I was having so much problems, and um, and it was Father Doug I was talking to, and he said to me, he said, find a saint that is not busy. Everybody goes to St. Teresa, everybody goes to St. Jude and St. Joseph and all of them. He said, you find a saint, you will feel comfortable when you find one. And that, when I went home that night, after I went to see Father, I opened my wallet, and you know what fell out? Her picture.
Oh.
It fell out and landed on my feet. And I said, okay, there's another sign. I guess it's you I'm gonna pray to every day. And I do. A man gave me a rosary of all the colors of the native and Catherine's medal in the middle. He said, I know, how does he know, I'm thinking, that this is the saint I choose to pray to and ask for favors. And I never go to bed without thanking her. I get up in the morning, I thank her. I look at her picture first thing in the morning. And if anything happens, like if I have to go back to the hospital and get all checked over again, it's my 2 years since this happened. And I don't worry about it. Where you hear a lot of people say, oh, I gotta go back to the hospital to get checked over. I hope nothing's wrong. I don't worry about it. If it's there, it's there. If it's not there, it's not there. I have faith. I have a strong faith. I feel sorry for people that don't have faith. There's so much that can happen when you have faith. There's so much that you can accomplish. But that's the way it's been with me with her. Very, very strong.